You're watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to English News Broadcast for this hour. Coming up are the major headlines for today. Discussion forum to amend structure and jurisdiction of courts. Commendable maternity service in Asmat subzone. Russia formally pulls out of the International Security Pact. And the separatist gunmen kill at least 20 in Cameroon. On your domestic reports, the Ministry of Justice convened today a workshop preceded by Ms. Fawzia Hashim, Minister of Justice, for senior officials from the Office of Attorney General, coordinators of regional courts and the police on new proclamation to amend the structure and jurisdiction of courts for enhanced dispensation of justice. Ms. Fawzia Hashim, Minister of Justice, briefed attendees at the event on the significance of the forum in ensuring that social values remain consistent with the objective state of the nation and not be imitated. Minister Fawzia further urged all sectors to increase their involvement in the forum's implementation of the proclamation in order to better achieve its objective. Minister Fawzia continued by stating that, among other things, the achievement of the goal requires the development of human resources devoid of any form of corruption, the establishment of administrative organs and structures that are compatible, and the assignment of competent professionals at both the individual and organizational levels. Minister Fawzia elaborated on the importance of formulating legislation that mirrors historical and socio-economic progress, national values, tradition, and other concrete and accurate indicators. The Director of Law Services at the Ministry, Mr. Siyum Tagle, briefed the audience on the purpose and execution of Proclamation number 184/2023, which amends the structure and jurisdiction of courts. In the Asmat subzone, the number of pregnant women giving birth in health facilities has increased substantially as a result of sustainable awareness-raising activities undertaken by health practitioners and administrators, the subzonal task force, and stakeholders. Nurse Bayana Oqbasilase, head of health facilities in the subzone, reported that compared to that of the first 9 months of 2022, with that of to date, the number of pregnant women delivering at health facilities has increased by 5% to 75%, and pregnant women seeking health treatment at health facilities has increased to 85%. Nurse Bayana continued by stating that eye surgery conducted by specialists from Karan Hospital at the subzone health facility was an example of the expansion of healthcare services in the region's remote areas. Additionally, Nurse Bayana stated that the health facility in the subzone engages in sustainable awareness-raising activities to increase the public's comprehension of health issues, in addition to providing standard health services. Asmat subzone incorporates 28 villages and is one of the 8 subzones comprising the Ansaba region. On your last local report, the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare branches in the subzones of Mandafara and Imnahaili extended school material support to 285 disadvantaged students in the subzones. The beneficiary students included 150 students, including 21 children with intellectual and developmental disability in Mandafara subzone and 81 students in Imnahaili subzone. The heads of the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare branches in the subzone said that the objective of the support was to enable the disadvantaged students to continue their formal education uninterrupted by lack of school material. The parents of the beneficiary students, on their part, expressed appreciation for the support provided to their children. In related news, Mr. Gabriel Kahsai, head of the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare in Mandafara subzone, said that vocational training is being provided to 19 disadvantaged youth in the subzone. The viewers, we will take a short break, but coming up will be international news and more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. Russia has officially resigned from the International Security Pact that restricts the use of conventional weapons, saying NATO's expansion has made such cooperation impossible. Earlier this year, after announcing its intention to exit the Treaty on Conventional Armed Forces in Europe, or CFE, Russia formally withdrew from the landmark pact at midnight today, Tuesday the 7th. Calling it quote-unquote history, Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that the treaty was not catering to Russia's interests, adding that NATO countries began to circumvent restrictions imposed as the US-led military alliance expanded. On today's final report, Anglophone separatists have killed at least 20 people and injured another 10 in a dawn raid in western Cameroon. The gunmen attacked the village of Egg-Cow, a neighboring town of Mamph, setting houses on fire and killing men, women and children as they slept, local government officials told journalists on Monday. These English-speaking separatists have been fighting to carve out an independent state called Ambazonia in western Cameroon. Armed groups have been clashing with the government forces and carrying out attacks, kidnappings and killings in the region since 2017. The viewers are still watching us on ERi-TV, and now a very quick recap of the major headlines. Discussion forum to amend structure and jurisdiction of courts. Commendable maternity service in Asmat subzone. Russia formally pulls out of the International Security Pact. And separatist gunmen kill at least 20 in Cameroon. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching.